Why do I keep seeing people talk about Beyonce giving Jeffrey Epstein 16 fetuses and then going to proceed on to use the song 16 Carriages as their only evidence? There is a document number associated with every single file that was released by the Department of Justice. So if y'all want for people to actually take you seriously, give us the document number. I want the document number, because if you're gonna make some crazy accusation like that, you should at least source where you found it. On top of that, when there's a name that is listed 40,000 times in the documents, and you are telling me that you're gonna ignore all of that, you're not touching on any of that, but you're gonna point out that Beyonce gave Jeffrey Epstein 16 fetuses, and your only factual basis is the fact that she made a song called 16 Carriages. Like, you are, give me the file number, I want it now.
Person. This has been going on since 2006, and it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. And for a very long time, I put this person on a pedestal. I loved them. I'd send emails, publicly, happy birthday and all this stuff. And the entire time, this person was casting spells and manipulating me and controlling my job situations, my relationships, just all kinds of things.
The picture that is becoming more and more clear is that we aren't just looking at a bunch of wealthy creeps operating with total impunity. We are looking at a massive criminal network that may be responsible for the and murder of hundreds of women.
This business is so disgusting that I can't. I think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are master manipulators.
Each other, and you respect each other's music. It's always that conversation, we gotta do something, that.
Right.
The time filler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When that time filler turns into something real, then it's...
Allegedly, the song Daughter on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album.
I love that one.
It's potentially a murder confession about Jay-Z's mistress, Kathy White.
They thought Wendy was done for, but nah, she's back with a vengeance, and she's not letting go. And get this, Jay-Z isn't the only big name in those Epstein files. Turns out, Beyonce's name is in there too, and what's being uncovered is wild enough to make your jaw drop. Remember back in 2011 when Wendy allegedly exposed Beyonce's fake pregnancy? Well, if that stung, she's about to hate Wendy even more with what's coming out now. And we're talking some messy connections with people like Epstein and Diddy. The past few days have been brutal for Jay-Z and Beyonce, and trust, they're not catching a break anytime soon. At first, all the heat was on Jay-Z after his name appeared in the Epstein files. An anonymous victim claimed to the FBI hotline that she woke up in a room with Jay-Z and Harvey Dean and experienced some highly inappropriate behavior while unconscious. She also said Pusha T played a role in facilitating the situation. Honestly, a lot of people weren't shocked to hear about Jay-Z given his deep ties in the industry, but then the big question hit, was Beyonce involved too? And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, the DOJ dropped a new list with all the names in the files, and yep, Beyonce's name is right there. This set people on a full-on mission to uncover what else Beyonce might be hiding. And trust, the receipts are wild. Rumor has it, she allegedly knows something about the death of Jay-Z's late pregnant mistress, Kathy White, and Wendy Williams called her out on it back when it went down. Word on the street is that Kathy was acting as a surrogate the whole time while Beyonce claimed she was pregnant with Blue Ivy. After Kathy gave birth, T says they swooped in and claimed the baby as theirs. Fans say Beyonce even drops hints about it in her music. Take 2024's Daughter, for example. People think it's a bold confession about allegedly taking Kathy's child and claiming Blue Ivy as her own. But here's the wild part. Wendy had already clocked Beyonce before all this resurfaced. Back in 2011, the internet went up in flames when Beyonce's supposed baby bump literally folded and crumbled on live TV. And the most insane part, her team tried to do damage control using bikini photos to prove her bump was real. But honestly, the pics looked more like someone who ate one too many Thanksgiving slices, and people weren't buying it at all. The receipts were clear, and Wendy had them on lock. And that included Wendy herself. She jumped on her show the very next day and dragged Beyonce for allegedly faking her pregnancy. No filter, no holding back. Wendy even brought up Kathy White, which was bold as hell because at the time, mainstream media wasn't touching that story at all. Kathy was one of those if you knew situations. Wendy didn't lie about Beyonce only having 3 people in the room during the birth. Apparently, it lines up with what actually happened. Reportedly, Beyoncé paid over $1.3 million to have an entire hospital floor just for the birth. I mean, what could she possibly be hiding that required a whole floor all to herself? And here's where things get really messy. Jay-Z's ex-best friend, Larry Johnson, claimed he saw Beyoncé at a party that included underage attendees. Larry and Jay-Z were tight back in the day, but their friendship mysteriously fell apart. And the timing? Right after Larry started speaking out about who really pulls the strings in the entertainment world. He says that in the early 2000s, he went to a late-night rap party hosted by the Carters in Colorado, and things he saw there still have people talking. And according to Larry, there were young people at that party who didn't even look like adults, and Beyoncé allegedly made a really strange comment that had people talking. And don't forget Jaguar's infamous appearance on Piers Morgan's show, which almost landed her in legal trouble with Jay-Z and Beyoncé. On live TV, she claimed that Beyoncé had something to do with Aaliyah's death. And yeah, that stirred up a ton of controversy. Speaking of Aaliyah, there's been speculation for years that her untimely death somehow cleared the way for Beyoncé's rise. Some say Beyoncé was even jealous of Aaliyah because Jay-Z only pursued her after he couldn't get with Aaliyah. The sketchy details surrounding Aaliyah's death definitely fueled these rumors. Apparently, Aaliyah had no plans to board that plane. Sources claim she was given a sedative without knowing it, and once she was out, they put her on the plane, and that was it. On top of that, Dame spilled that Jay-Z allegedly tried to pursue Aaliyah romantically after her situation with R. Kelly. There's talk that he and R. Kelly were in some weird competition over her, which just adds more intrigue to the whole story. According to Dame, Jay-Z was sending Aaliyah flowers, inviting her to parties, and trying all kinds of moves, but she wasn't interested at all. She shut it down completely. But here's where things get really wild. Rumors have been swirling that Beyoncé may have been involved in some of the so-called ritualistic-style parties that major industry players like Epstein and Diddy were allegedly hosting. People say these weren't just casual parties. They were exclusive, high-stakes events that supposedly kept power in the hands of certain people. Insiders claim that Beyoncé and Jay-Z were regulars at these events, allegedly participating to maintain their high status in this secretive circle. And it doesn't stop there. Dabo went public on Club Shehi, spilling details about being invited to a private party at Diddy's house where both Beyoncé and Jay-Z were present. According to him, the atmosphere was intense, and the people attending were all part of a highly connected, powerful network. He hinted that the things he saw at that party weren't just wild. They were the kind of stuff that could make people question everything about the industry. And if that wasn't enough, right after Daba spoke out, Ariel Mitchell, a well-known lawyer, did an interview hinting there might be footage of a very famous celebrity with Diddy at one of these events. She didn't mention Beyoncé's name, but the timing of her interview immediately had the internet connecting dots. Suddenly, social media was ablaze with speculation, theories, and heated debates about what really went down, who was involved, and how far this all might go. People are still talking about it because the combination of insider claims, legal hints, and blind items all seems to line up in a way that's impossible to ignore. Whether or not every rumor is true, the level of secrecy, money, and influence involved has everyone on edge. And it's clear that this drama isn't slowing down anytime soon. And now, word on the street is that Beyoncé isn't just sitting back watching this chaos unfold, she's quietly making moves to protect herself. Insiders say that ever since the Epstein files dropped, she's been carefully planning her next steps, keeping things low-key but strategic. Apparently, she's had enough of the constant pressure, the control, and the people trying to dictate her every move. She's tired of the public image, the fake smiles, and the endless drama that seems to follow her. Sources say that Beyoncé has even considered leaving the country multiple times, just walking away from everything and starting fresh somewhere nobody could track her. People around her are worried she might vanish suddenly, and honestly, they might have a reason to be concerned. Insiders say she's methodically setting up a plan that would allow her to step out of the spotlight, remove herself from the drama, and maintain complete control over her life without anyone forcing her back. The whispers also suggest that she's growing frustrated with her husband's influence, tired of the industry's manipulation, and ready to take bold steps to reclaim her personal freedom. Some claim she's already quietly lining up options overseas, maybe even investments or residences where she could live without interference. And while she's clearly being cautious, because she knows how the industry can punish those who step out of line, sources say she's never been closer to breaking free. If these plans are real, It could explain why she might suddenly cancel shows, delay projects, or spend more time out of the country. Everything she does could be part of a calculated strategy to ensure she can finally live life on her own terms. People are watching, guessing, and speculating, and the suspense is only building. Every move she makes now is being analyzed for hidden meaning, and insiders say she's playing a long game that could change everything for her and the industry around her. Insiders say Beyoncé is at a breaking point. She's fed up with her husband's influence, tired of the constant industry pressure, and ready to take control of her own life like never before. According to sources, she's learned from watching what happens to people who try to break free too quickly, so she's being careful. But make no mistake, she's ready to shake things up and won't stay silent. Rumor has it she's quietly mapping out a big move, making sure she has the freedom to disappear if needed. People around her say she's checking every detail, where she could go, how she could handle her public image, and how to protect herself from the people who might try to control her. Some insiders even claim she's exploring multiple countries, safe havens, and strategies to make sure that if she walks away, no one can force her back into the spotlight. And it's not just about her personal freedom. Sources suggest she's becoming more aware of the stakes in the industry, how influence, power, and secrets can all be used to control someone. People close to her say she's tired of being manipulated, tired of the image crafted for her, and determined to reclaim her life on her own terms. Every canceled show, every sudden trip overseas, every delay in projects, according to insiders, could be part of a bigger, long-term strategy to regain control and protect herself. The whispers have already set the internet on fire, with fans speculating about what her next moves might be and whether she could really pull off a bold exit. But if the sources are accurate, this isn't a whim or a publicity stunt, it's a calculated, carefully planned rebellion. And insiders say the next few months could reveal just how serious she is about taking her life, her image, and her power back into her own hands. And here's the kicker. These blind items and insider tips aren't just random gossip. They actually line up with what YouTubers like Storm Monroe and other industry watchers have been saying for years. Some of them have even suggested that if things hit the fan, Beyoncé might seriously consider divorcing Jay-Z to save herself. People online are connecting the dots, saying that the pressure, the secrecy, and all the drama surrounding the Epstein files could push her to take bold steps that no one saw coming. Ex-employees have also come forward over the years hinting at just how much influence Beyoncé has in the industry. Some claim she's one of the highest-ranking priestesses, a figure who holds immense power to make or break careers. People say she's not just a performer, she's someone who has the ears of major players, someone who knows the industry's secrets, and someone who can protect herself if she chooses to. And Wendy Williams? She's been holding receipts on all of this since her radio days. Every insider tip, every blind item, and every clue about Diddy, Epstein, and the Carters allegedly lining up in these scandalous events, it's all been in Wendy's hands for years. People say she's cautious because she knows the industry has the power to silence anyone, but her knowledge is deep, precise, and backed by sources who have proof. All of this has people talking online. Social media is buzzing with speculation, theories, and heated debates. The question everyone's asking is, how involved is Beyoncé really? Was she just caught up in the chaos, or has she been navigating it all strategically, fully aware of the stakes? And insiders suggest that the next few moves she makes could reveal a lot about just how much power and knowledge she actually holds. People are already weighing in online, saying things like, Beyoncé is just as guilty as Jay-Z. She knew exactly what he was doing. The debate is heating up, and now it's your turn. What do you think about Wendy Williams exposing Beyoncé? Do you really believe she was as involved as Jay-Z in all this? Or is she just caught in the storm of rumors and scandals? Fans everywhere are analyzing every clue from music, interviews, and blind items, trying to connect the dots. We want to hear your thoughts. Drop your opinions in the comment section below. Do you think she's being strategic, protecting herself, or is there something deeper going on behind the scenes? And while you're sharing your thoughts, make sure to smash that like button. Share this video with friends so they can join the conversation. And don't forget to subscribe for more shocking updates and insider tea. The drama is far from over. And trust me, the next revelations will have everyone talking. Stay tuned, stay alert, and keep watching because the story is only getting bigger and messier.